Welcome to all. In the previous classes, in the previous sessions, we have discussed what is committee of the creditors and who can be the members in the committee of the creditors. We have discussed that related party cannot be a member in the committee of the creditors. While discussing the concept of related party, we have discussed in detail who is considered to be related party. Okay. Today, we are going to discuss the further concepts relating to committee of the creditors. NCLT, in the case of Eastp Sarees Private Limited versus Skipper Textiles Limited, NCLT Kolkata bench held that where a creditor, suppose if any creditor is having both financial creditor as well as operational creditor, then how to treat. So previously we have discussed one scenario where someone is in the previous classes we have discussed where someone is a financial creditor, whether can he be the member of the COC or not, we have discussed. Now in this class we are going to discuss other scenarios, then subsequent concepts, how to conduct the meetings, how to conduct the voting, etc, etc. Okay. So now suppose take the example, one person is who is a financial creditor, he is also operational creditor. That means he is having both the capacities, okay, financial creditor as well as operational creditor. Then can he be the member in the COC? Yes, it shall be the member of the COC only to the extent of the financial debt. Okay, so he is not going to represent as a operational creditor. Okay, anyway, operational creditor will not have anything in the committee of the creditors, but to the extent of the financial debt, he is going to have the representation. Okay, then in the same case law, it was held that it's one of the important judgment. In the same case law, it was held that transfer of operational debt to financial creditor will not change the nature of the debt. Suppose take the example, one operational creditor is there, he transferred his right to financial creditor. Then whether this financial creditor will be entitled to represent or will be entitled to have more voting rights because of this debt also? No. Okay, so as a financial creditor, how much debt is there, to that proportion only he is going to have the voting rights. As an operational debtor, he is not going to have any voting rights. Okay, so transfer of operational debt to the financial creditor will not change the nature of the debt. It is still a operational debt only. Okay, then creditor in consortium or syndicate may appoint a trustee or agent. Okay, so to act on behalf of everyone. Okay, suppose if you are having a consortium or syndicate, then in such cases the creditors together they can appoint one trustee or one agent to act on behalf of everyone. Okay, so on behalf of everyone, so in such cases he is going to vote separately, as already we have discussed in the previous classes. Suppose I am representing on behalf of 100 votes, a consortium having 100 votes. So one of the member, Mr. A, is having 20 votes. So then I have to cast this vote separately, 20 votes, maybe against the resolution, remaining 80 maybe in favor. I'm just giving the example. Okay, so I have to vote separately. Okay, so each and every person will have his representation. Then creditor in class should be represented by agent, trustee or authorized representative only. Suppose if you are having creditors in class, especially this is very relevant in case of real estate projects. Creditors will be in class. Okay, they are considered to be class creditors. Okay, so they should be represented by agent because so many people are there. So they may not be in a position to protect their interest properly. So that's why it should be represented by agent, trustee or authorized representative only. Okay, so section 21 subsection 6A. Then in the case of SESA Group Employees Provident Fund versus Dewan Housing Finance Corporation Limited. Okay, so in this case NCLT held that non-convertible debenture holders. Okay, so because it's a class of creditors, non-convertible debenture holders, so they shall be represented by authorized representative because it's a class of creditor. So that's why they should be represented by authorized representative. Okay. In another case law, Nikhil Mehta and Sons versus AMR Infrastructure Limited, NCLT principal bench, it was held that the authorized representative to represent interest of class of creditors may be commercial or residential. In case of real estate project, we are having commercial and residential. Okay, because there are two classification in case of real estate. So who are purchasing the flat for commercial purpose, I mean I am purchasing the commercial bit, maybe one commercial block, I am purchasing for residential. So both are different. Okay, the terms and conditions are different, though both are home buyers only, both are buyers only in case of real estate, but both are different. So the authorized representative can be appointed to represent this class of real estate, maybe commercial or residential, separately they can be appointed. Okay, then in another case Vinay Kumar Mittal versus Devan Housing Finance Corporation Limited. Okay, so in this case, like NCLAT held that the deposit holders, suppose if you are having deposit holders, so previously we discussed that non-convertible debenture holders, maybe commercial real estate owners, residential real estate owners, okay, the deposit holders, okay, these are all considered to be creditors in the class, okay, so they should be represented by authorized representative only, okay. Then how to appointment of authorized representative for the creditors in class, how to appoint. Then in the case of Ashray Social Welfare Society versus Saha Infrastructure Private Limited, NCLAT observed that, okay, so they have emphasized on the authorized representative, okay, it was observed that the authorized representative is chosen to represent the creditors in class in the COC. Okay, why they are appointed? They are appointed to represent the creditors in class, okay. The authorized representative needs to attend the meeting, okay, of the COC and vote on behalf of the financial creditors to the extent of voting share of the financial creditor. So these words are very, very important. To the extent of voting share. That means when he is representing, he may be representing so many people. When he is representing so many people, he has to vote accordingly. Okay, as already I told you, suppose in one authorized representative, the authorized representative is representing A, B, C, D. Imagine A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D, 4 people are having, that is financial creditors. A, B, C, D, 4 people are having 25, 25, 25, 25% voting rates. Together 100%. In such cases, he has to vote separately, representing A separately, representing B separately. So that's why I told you it can be voting, can be all the votes need not be in favor, all the votes need not be against. So 25, 25, 25, 25 percentage, when he is voting, he has to vote separately. He can vote separately depending on the instruction that he received from the financial creditors, okay, that class of creditors. Then let us discuss other concept, notice to participant for meeting of the committee of the creditors, how to send the notice. So in the case of Rakesh Vadhavan versus Housing Development and Infrastructure Limited, NCLT Mumbai bench held that, okay, so to whom notice to be given. So till now we have discussed who can be the member in the committee of the creditors. Now we wanted to conduct the meeting. Then how to send the notice, to whom we had to send the notice. Okay, we have to send the notice to all the members of COC, including authorized representative. Okay, so the notice must be sent to all the members of the COC, including the authorized representative. Okay, then to the members of suspended board of directors. Interestingly, even we are supposed to send the notice to suspended board of directors, though they are suspended, but still they are entitled to attend the meeting and they are supposed to cooperate with the resolution professional. We are going to discuss subsequently in the next chapters the responsibilities of the suspended board of directors separately. Okay, so they are supposed to cooperate with the resolution professional. Okay, then operational creditors are their representatives if the amount of their aggregate, okay, so dues are not less than 10%. Okay, so if the aggregate of their dues is not less than 10%, then in such cases even operational creditors are also entitled to receive the notice. Now from this we can understand who can receive the notice. Okay, so all the members of the COC, financial creditors and their representatives, and members of suspended board of directors and operational creditors if their debt value is more than 10%. Okay, then what should be the quorum? So if you are conducting the quorum, if you are conducting the meeting, quorum must be there. Quorum means minimum number of members to be there. Okay, so the members of the committee representing at least 33% of the voting rates. So if at least the members who are representing 33% of the voting rates in the committee of the creditor, if they are present, then the meeting is valid. So we need to have at least the members who are representing 33% of the voting rates. Okay, now let us discuss more about the voting rates. Section 27 of the code deals with the voting system. Okay, so section 27, replacement of resolution professional by the committee of the creditors. So where at any time during the corporate insolvency resolution professional, committee of creditors is of the opinion that resolution professional appointed under section 22 is required to be replaced, it may replace him with another resolution professional in the manner provided under this section. So section 27 says that maybe you are not satisfied with the resolution professional. Okay, maybe you wanted some reasons, okay, you wanted to replace. Then in such cases, in this section, it is provided that how to replace. Okay, then this section provides that the committee of the creditors may at a meeting by vote of 66% of the voting shares, resolved to replace the resolution professional appointed under section 22 with another resolution professional subject to written consent from the proposed resolution professional in the specified format. So whenever if you want to replace one resolution professional with another resolution professional, possibility is there, but you are supposed to get the consent from the another resolution professional. You can replace him. What is the voting rights? You are supposed to exercise voting percentage. You are supposed to have minimum of 66%. Okay, so unless you are getting 66% or unless the resolution is passed with 66% of the majority, you cannot replace the resolution professional. Okay, and another condition is that the new resolution professional whom you wanted to appoint, actually he should give the consent. Okay, then the committee of the creditors shall forward the name of the insolvency resolution professional proposed by them to the adjudicating authority. So once if you are proposing by passing the resolution by 66%, then you are supposed to forward it to the adjudicating authority. Okay, then the adjudicating authority shall forward the name of the proposed resolution professional to the board. Board means here IVBA. Okay, for its confirmation, and resolution professional shall be appointed in the same manner as later on to section 16. So as already we have discussed in the section 16 how to appoint the resolution professional. So in the same manner, even this professional is going to be appointed because he is also one of the resolution professional. Okay, then where any disciplinary proceedings are pending against the proposed resolution professional, okay, then the resolution professional appointed. So already one resolution professional is there. Now you wanted to appoint another resolution professional, and some disciplinary proceedings are pending against this resolution professional. That is new. Then unless you are appointing another resolution professional, the resolution professional will continue. Okay, so the old one will continue till the new resolution professional is appointed. Okay, then COC shall file an application with the adjudicating authority for replacement of IRP with the proposed resolution professional. Okay, whenever if you want to replace, then as already we have discussed, 66% voting rights must be exercised. Then you have to file it with the adjudicating authority, that is NCLT. Then section 28 of the code, another important section. Approval of the committee of the creditors for certain actions. So you need to take, so resolution professional generally he is going to manage the company, but in some cases committee of the creditors approval is mandatory. Okay, section 28. So notwithstanding anything contained in any other law for the time being in enforcement, the resolution professional during the CRP process shall not take any of the following. So it's an inclusive list. These things he is not supposed to use. Raise any interim finance in excess of the amount as may be decided. So if you want to, because it is the responsibility of the resolution professional to ensure that company is a going concern. Okay, you have to ensure that company is a going concern. So if you want to ensure that company is a going concern, you need some capital. Definitely you need some capital. Generally COC will authorize resolution professional to borrow money to some extent, maybe 1 crore, 10 crores, some amount they will fix it. Okay, if you want to raise more than that, committee of the creditors, you need to get the approval from the committee of the creditors. Okay, then create any security interest over the assets of the corporator. So if you want to create any security interest, now when will you create? Suppose take the example, you wanted to take a loan from other person. Okay, in the CRP process only you wanted to take loan, then obviously that other person, whoever is the lender, he may ask you to give some security. Okay, so you are creating the security interest over the assets of the company. So in such cases also you need to take the approval from the COC. Okay, there is resolution professional. Then change in the capital structure. Whenever if you want to change in the capital structure, maybe the change in the capital structure may be by way of issue of the shares. Okay, maybe by creating a new class. Maybe you are changing by buyback, redemption, whatever it is. Okay, so some change, maybe that is positive, negative. Okay, so the positive can be you are issuing the shares. Maybe you are going for buyback, that is capital is reduced. Maybe redemption of share capital. So whatever it is, okay, whatever may be, if there is a change in the capital structure, it has to be through resolution. Okay, so by the committee of the creditors. Then record any change in the ownership, okay, interest of the corporator. So if you want to change the capital structure of the promoter group or ownership, okay, then you are supposed to get the approval from the COC. Okay, then give instruction to financial institutions maintaining accounts of the corporator for the debit transaction. Okay, so you are giving instructions to the banking institution stating that please debit the amount. Then in such cases you are supposed to, general for the day-to-day activities, COC will give some limitation, maybe 1 lakh, 2 lakh, some amount they will give. Okay, so if you are doing more than that, then you need to get the approval from the COC. Okay, Then undertake any related party transactions. Even if you want to undertake any related party transactions, COC approval is required. Okay. Amend any constitutional documents like MOA, AOA in case of corporate debtor. Then delegate its authority to any other person. So if COC wants to delegate any authority to other person, then you have to pass the resolution. Okay. Then dispose of or permit the disposal of shares of any shareholder of the corporate debtor or their nominees to the third parties. Okay. So these are all the various things where you need to take approval from the committee of the creditors. Okay. Then make any changes in the management of the corporate debtor. You are changing the management of the corporate debtor or its subsidiary company. Okay. Then transfer rights or financial debts, operational debts under material contracts. Okay. Then make changes in the appointment or terms of contract of such personnel specified by the committee of the creditors. Committee of the creditors, they have appointed someone. You wanted to change the terms and conditions. Okay. Then you need to take the approval from the committee of the creditors. Okay. Then make changes in the appointment and terms of contract of statutory auditor. You wanted to change maybe terms and conditions. You don't want to change him totally. Maybe you wanted to change him or else terms and conditions of the statutory auditor or internal auditor. Then also you need to get the approval from the COC. Okay. So these are all the various activities. Okay. Then how to do that? The resolution professional shall convene a meeting of the committee of the creditors and seek the vote of the creditors prior to take any action under subsection 1. So we have discussed various activities previously. Okay. So these are all the various activities in the previous slides. Okay. So if the resolution professional wants to take any decision, then first he should convene the committee of the creditors meeting. Okay. Then no action under subsection 1 shall be approved by the committee unless it is approved by the vote of 66%. So whatever we have discussed till now, okay, so all these things must be approved by 66% majority. Okay. Then where any action under subsection 1 is taken by resolution professional without seeking approval, then please remember such action shall be void. Okay. You cannot do it. Okay. So beyond the power, there is ultra virus to the resolution professional. Okay. So that's why you cannot do it. Then the committee of the creditors may report the action of the resolution professional. Okay, suppose take the example, if he is doing, so it is the responsibility of the professional because he is professional, please remember. Okay, so he is guided by the principles. Okay, he is having regulatory authorities. Okay, so who is going to manage, okay, and who is going to regulate him. So suppose without getting approval from the COC, if he is doing any of the activities as we have discussed, then in such cases the COC can intimate to the board. Okay, they will submit the report, the actions of the resolution professional to the board, that is IBBA, for necessary actions. Okay, they are going to take the disciplinary actions against the resolution professional. Okay, this is about one section. Okay, next let us discuss another section. Okay, section 30 subsection 4. This section provides that the committee of the creditors may approve a resolution plan by a vote of not less than 66% of the voting share of the financial creditor after considering the feasibility and viability. Okay, so the manner of distribution proposed, which may take into account the order of priority among the creditors. Okay, so whenever you are considering the voting rights, please remember you have to even among the creditors also under section 53 there is a mechanism is there. Okay, so whenever you are approving, okay, that is 66% by 66%. Okay, so accordingly you have to adjust. Okay, so of the voting rights after considering the feasibility and viability, okay, the manner of the distribution proposed, which may take into account the order of priority among the creditors as laid down in section 53, including the priority and the value of security interest and secured creditor. Okay, this point you have to observe. Then provided that the committee of the creditor shall not approve a resolution plan submitted before the commencement. Okay, how to approve it? Okay, so the committee of the creditor shall not approve a resolution plan submitted before the commencement of ordinance where the resolution applicant is ineligible. Okay, so how to exercise the voting rights under section 30 subsection 4? Whenever you are approving any resolution plan, okay, we are discussing the voting rights of the committee of the creditors. Okay, so whenever you are approving the resolution plan, here you are supposed to consider the priority, because under section 53 in the subsequent lessons we are going to discuss the waterfall mechanism. So how it is going to impact the waterfall mechanism? So after considering the waterfall mechanism, you are supposed to approve it. Okay, then please remember, whenever if the resolution plan is submitted by any ineligible person, we are going to discuss ineligible person. So if any resolution plan is submitted by the ineligible person, then okay, they may require the resolution professional to invite fresh resolution plan. Okay, so because where no other resolution plan is available with it. So that is how they are going to vote. Okay, so these are all the various powers of the committee of the creditors relating to voting rights. Okay, this section is still some more points are there under this section. Let us discuss. Okay, provided further that where the resolution applicant referred to in the first proviso in ineligible under section 29A, the resolution applicant shall be allowed by the committee of the creditors such period not exceeding 30 days to make the payment of overdue. If any person is ineligible, then you can remove the ineligibility by paying the amount due. Okay, then provided also that eligibility criteria in section 29A as amended by ordinance shall apply to the resolution applicant who has not submitted the resolution plan as on the date of commencement. Okay, so this is applicable to the person who has not submitted also. Okay, so this is about the voting rights. Then let us discuss. COC may approve a resolution plan by vote of not less than 66% of the voting shares of the financial creditor after considering its feasibility and viability in the manner of distribution proposed, which may take into effect the order of the priority. So please remember, whenever they are exercising the voting rights. Okay, till now we have discussed how to conduct the meeting, but now we are discussing about the point when the committee of the creditors are exercising their voting rights, especially when they are approving the resolution plan. Okay, they are supposed to consider how the settlement is happening. Okay, distribution, because you are having the assets, okay, in the company. These assets must be distributed, okay, as per the procedure later on in section 53. Waterfall mechanism is there. Okay, so these factors must be considered, okay, before voting. Okay, then how to conduct the meeting? Let us discuss some other provisions relating to conducting the meeting of the committee of the creditors. Okay, so as per regulation 24(1) of the CRP regulations, the resolution professional shall act as a chairperson. So whenever you are conducting the committee of the meeting, that is committee of the creditors meeting, COC meeting, the resolution professional shall act as a chairperson. So in the one case law, Vittur Elevator Components India Private Limited versus Axiomata Elevators Private Limited, NCLT, Kochi bench held that, okay, where the resolution professional is absent. Because as per the regulation, resolution professional must be the chairman. If the resolution professional is absent, please remember the meeting is void. Okay, you cannot conduct any meeting without resolution professional. Okay, then in another case law, Rathi Graphic Technologies Limited versus Rajkumar Rathi. So in this case law, NCLT Allahabad bench held that COC meeting shall be as per CRP regulations. Okay, so whenever you are conducting the COC meeting, we are having the regulations are there, CRP regulations 2016. So you are supposed to conduct COC meeting as per the regulations only. Okay, the RP shall circulate minutes of the meeting within 48 hours. So when you are conducting the meeting within 48 hours, the resolution professional is expected to send the minutes copy within 48 hours to the committee of the creditors. Then how to conduct the voting? Okay, regulation 25 of CRP regulation speaks about voting in the meeting of the COC. So the actions listed in section 28(1) shall be considered in the meetings of the committee. How to? Any action other than those listed in section 28(1) requiring approval of the committee may be considered in the meeting. So what to be considered? Any action that are listed in section 28. Then other than section 28 also can be considered in the committee of the meeting. Okay, committee meeting. Then the resolution professional shall take a vote of the members of the committee present in the meeting on any item listed for voting after discussion on the same. So whenever, please remember, whenever you are considering the meeting, before meeting you are supposed to send the agenda. The resolution professional is expected to send the agenda. In the agenda, you are supposed to give the details. Okay, so item number 1, item number 2, item number 3, what to be considered. Each and everything you are supposed to give the item wise. Okay, then these items must be discussed as per the agenda. Okay, then after discussion, it is open for voting. Okay, at the conclusion of the vote, of a vote at the meeting, the resolution professional shall announce the decision taken on the items along with the names of the members of the committee who voted for and against the decision or abstain from the voting. Okay, so here, unlike in the normal general meetings, so please remember, whenever you are conducting the meeting, more or less the similar procedures that are applied under the Companies Act will be applicable here also. Okay, that are followed under the Companies Act, here also they will be followed. Okay, but here the resolution professional, when they are conducting the voting, after voting is completed, he is supposed to announce the results. So in the results, he is supposed to inform who voted with the names, who voted against the resolution, and abstain from voting. There are three categories. Okay, so the creditors may vote or may not vote. I mean, may vote in favor of the resolution, may vote against the resolution, or they may abstain. That means after coming to the meeting also they may not vote. They'll just sit idly, or they may absent. Okay, so in all these cases, various permutations and combinations are there. Okay, so the resolution professional shall circulate the minutes of the meeting by electronic means to the members of the committee and the authorized representative, if any, within 48 hours. So once the meeting is completed, once the resolution is done, once the results are announced, so you are supposed to intimate to the members of the committee, okay, within 48 hours. Then seek a vote of the members who did not vote at the meeting on the matters listed for voting by electronic voting system. So even there is a possibility even you can conduct the voting by electronic mode also. Okay, provided that on a request for extension made by the creditor, the voting window shall be extended in increments of 24 hours period. So suppose if any creditor is requesting the resolution professional, please extend the time limitation. Okay, then he can extend the time limitation by 24 hours maximum. Okay, so provided further that the resolution professional shall not extend the voting window where the matters listed for voting have already been received the requisite majority. Suppose already with requisite majority already voting is done. Maybe imagine 66% is required. Already 66% we have received. Then you need not to open the voting. Okay, so that is already done. Okay, anyway, we are going to pass the resolution. Okay. Then the authorized representative shall circulate the minutes of the meeting received under sub-regulation 5 to the creditors. So as already we have discussed, in case of class of creditors, okay, so they are supposed to be represented by authorized representative. Okay, because everyone cannot attend. So authorized representative, once if he receives a minutes copy from the resolution professional, he is supposed to disseminate the information to the creditors, okay, at least 24 hours before the windows open for voting instructions. Okay, so because who is going to receive the notice for the meeting? Okay, the authorized representative and the creditors and the suspended board of directors, as already we have discussed. Now authorized representative has received the notice. Now this notice has to be circulated to the creditors who gave the loan actually. Okay, then they are going to intimate how to vote. Okay, then voting share of creditors in class and manners of voting for creditors in class. Okay, so how to consider the creditors in class. So regulation 16A sub-regulation 7 provides that for the voting share of each creditor in the class and states that it shall be to the extent of financial debt owed and to such creditor along with 8% of the interest. So how we are going to consider? Let us take one example. Mr. A is a financial creditor who gave 100 rupees. Mr. B 200 rupees. Mr. C 200 rupees. Imagine, I am just giving the example. Okay, whenever you are considering the total debt, it is 100, 200, 200. Total 500 rupees debt is there. So when you are considering total debt, even you are supposed to consider the interest amount also. So 8% interest, that is 108 rupees. Then 216 rupees, 216 rupees. I am just giving the example. Okay, A, B, C, 3 creditors are there. A is having 100 rupees debt. B is having 200 rupees debt. C is having 200 rupees debt. Then total debt value will be 100 plus 200 plus 200, total 500 plus 8 plus 16 plus 16. Okay, 32 plus 8, that is 40 rupees. So 540 rupees will be the total debt. Okay, then the voting rates of A will be determined based on the percentage in 540 rupees. So out of 540 rupees, imagine 540 rupees is 100%. Then his debt is 108 rupees. So if 540 rupees is 100%, 108. So 108 divided by 500 into 100. So this is how you are supposed to consider the voting rights. Okay, so you are supposed to consider the interest also while considering the voting rights. Okay, then rights and duties and remuneration for the authorized representative. Okay, what are all the rights of authorized representative? Let us discuss quickly. Okay, the authorized representative under subregulation 6 and subsection 6A of section 21 or subsection 5 of section 24 shall have the right to participate and vote in the meetings of the creditors on behalf of financial creditor. Whomever he is representing, he is having a right to represent and he is having a right to vote according to the instructions given by the creditor. Okay. then it shall be the duty of authorized representative to circulate the agenda and minutes of the meeting. Why? Because unless the creditors are receiving the notice, unless they are receiving the minutes, they cannot make a decision, okay, whether to pass the resolution or whether to cast vote in favor of the resolution or against the resolution. Okay, so he is supposed to circulate to them. Then based on the decision taken by the financial creditor, he will be instructed. Then the authorized representative is supposed to vote accordingly. Okay, then how to vote? Section 25 subsection 3. The authorized representative shall not act against the interest of the financial creditor. Please remember, he represents and shall always act in accordance with the prior instructions. Okay, because already notice is sent to the financial creditors or class of creditors. Okay, so according to the instructions given by the creditors, the authorized representative is supposed to vote. Okay, then provided that if the authorized representative represents several financial creditors, then he shall cast vote in respect of each financial creditor. So as I already told you, each and every financial creditor is different. So according to their interest or according to their instructions, he is supposed to vote. Okay. Then provided further that if any financial creditor does not give prior instructions, okay, then he should not vote. Okay, he should not vote for that shares. Okay, so if any financial creditor does not give prior instruction, then he shall abstain from voting on behalf of such creditor. So this is how the authorized representative shall vote. Okay, then notwithstanding anything contrary contained in subsection 6, the authorized representative under section 21 shall cast his vote on behalf of all the financial creditor he represents in accordance with the decision taken by vote more than 50%, okay, of the total voting shares of the financial creditor he represented. Okay, so whenever if he is voting, majority opinion he is supposed to take. Okay, provided that for a vote to be cast in respect of application under section 12A, okay, withdrawal of application, section 12A, okay, the authorized representative shall cast his vote in accordance with subsection 3. Okay, so whenever if you are making an application for withdrawal, you have to vote individually. Okay, so together 50% is not applicable here. Individually you are supposed to vote. Okay, then the authorized representative shall file with the committee of the creditors any instruction received by way of physical or electronic means. Okay, before voting, okay, financial creditors must have given some instruction. These instructions must be filed with the COC. Okay, so then to ensure that appropriate voting instructions of the financial creditor he represents is correctly recorded by the interim resolution professional. Okay, so what the financial creditors are saying, is he voting accordingly or not? So you have to verify. Okay, so these instructions must be given to the must be submitted with the resolution professional. Okay, then how to decide? As already we have discussed that there are various circumstances. Suppose I am the financial creditor, I am attending the meeting, I am voting. When I am voting, I may vote maybe in favor or against. That's okay. Suppose I am attending but I am abstaining, I am not voting. Or maybe possibility I am having voting rights but I am not attending the meeting. So how to consider? Okay, so there are two circumstances. Where the creditor is absent from the meeting, there is one scenario. Second scenario can be where the creditor is present but refrain from voting. Then how to treat with this? Okay, so there is no clarity. Fact to say, there is no clarity. But in the case of Tata Steel Limited versus Liberty House Group Private Limited, NCLAT held that if in case of abstain from voting, if any creditor abstain from voting, their shares should not have been counted for the purpose of counting the voting shares of the COC. So while calculating total number of votes, their share shall not be considered. So accordingly, so if out of 100, 80 votes are casted, then this 80 is considered to be 100%. Okay, so this is the decision given by in the case of Tata Steel Limited. Okay, in another case, IDBI Bank Limited versus Mr. Anuj Jain IRP JP Infra Limited. So in this case, NCLAT held that FC remains absent from voting. That was totally absent. Then in such cases, their voting percentage should not be counted for the purpose of counting. Okay, but some courts is of the opinion that you cannot ignore them, you have to consider. Okay, so that's why there is a requirement is that if in the near future, if Supreme Court gives any judgment on this issue, maybe we may get the clarity. But right now, the law is on this point is unclear, we can say. Okay, so this is how you are going to cast your voting. Let us recap what we have discussed today. In today's session, we have discussed about the concept of creditor in class. Suppose in creditors, in case of any corporate debtor, in creditors, if we are having the classes, any class of creditors, then in such cases, how to represent? So we have discussed that creditor in class must be or should be represented only by an agent or trustee or authorized representative only, which was provided under section 21 subsection 6a. Then we have discussed the provisions relating to appointment of authorized representative for creditors in class. So the creditors in class can appoint an authorized representative to represent them. Then whenever you are conducting the committee meetings of the committee of the creditor, how to send the notice to the participants we have discussed. Then section 27 of the code we have discussed, that is speaking about this section is speaking about replacement of resolution professional by the committee of the creditors. So if the committee of the creditors, if they want to replace the resolution professional, what should be the procedure to be followed, we have discussed. Then we have discussed section 28 in detail. Then we have discussed the procedure relating to conduct of meeting by the committee of the creditors, how to conduct the meeting of committee of the creditors we have discussed. Then we have discussed about the voting, how to conduct the voting at the meeting of the committee of the creditors. Then the manner of voting and voting share of the creditors in class. So how to consider the voting share in case of creditors in class we have discussed. Then whenever you are conducting the voting, whether the voting is based on the creditors who are present and voting, or is it considered to be based on the entire voting of the COC? So this question of law we have discussed in detail in today's session. So with this we have completed the concept of committee of the creditors in detail. Thank you.